According to the latest Interior Ministry data, some 73,500 refugees and migrants entered Croatia since the start of the refugee crisis some 11 days ago. The intensity of the refugee influx is not subsiding, as on Saturday alone some 7,000 arrived. Speaking while visiting the Opatovac refugee center, Health Minister Siniša Varga said that so far about 10% of refugees and migrants, or some 7,000 of them, had requested medical assistance. Of those, some 138 had been hospitalized. Varga stressed that Croatian medical teams were ready to tackle health problems that may occur among the refugees during the onset of cold weather. The Defense Minister Ante Kotromanovic also visited Opatovac and was asked by reporters whether talks were underway with Serbia for migrants and refugees to finally be sent via the Horgoš border crossing towards Hungary. Kotromanovic said that that particular border crossing represented the fastest way for the refugees to get to Hungary, and that the Serbian side had promised on several occasions to allow this to happen. Kotromanovic stressed that allowing passage through Horgoš would help those migrating to reach their destinations more quickly. A new group of refugees, more than 1,000 of them, had arrived late last night at the Terezino Polje border crossing in the Virovitica and Podravina county. They were brought in on 18 coaches from Stošinci, Bapska and the refugee center in Opatovac. They crossed into Hungary on foot, flanked by police using a bridge over the Drava River. Hungary has officially announced that it had launched more than 8,000 court cases against illegal immigrants who had entered the country. According to the report, some 256 proceedings had to do with refugees crossing the border area with Serbia, and nearly 8,000 were related to entries on the border area with Croatia. This means that some 3% of refugees are arriving in Hungary via Serbia, while 97% are sent in via Croatia. President Kolinda Grabar-Kitarović is taking part in the World Leaders panel discussion on gender equality as part of the UN General Assembly in New York. On Saturday, Grabar-Kitarović attended a reception by German Chancellor Angela Merkel, the two discussing the refugee crisis and agreeing that improved monitoring of the Turkey-Greece border should be ensured. For the second time in her mandate, the president visited members of the Croatian community living in New York. In sports, in handball, Zagreb handball players have managed an important win in Celje against Pivovarna Laško last night in the Champions League second round match. The final score was 20-21. And the weather. The rest of Sunday will be dry along the coast and at least partly sunny with changeable cloud in places. Mostly cloudy inland with sunny spells in the northwest and light rain in Slavonia and Lika. Moderate to strong bora along the coast, turning to gale force in the Velebit Channel. Top temperatures between 11 and 17 degrees inland and up to 24 along the coast. Somewhat cooler in the coming days, with moderate northeasterly winds turning to strong at higher elevations. Moderately to prevalently cloudy, passing rain on Monday and Tuesday mostly in the east, while mostly dry on Wednesday across the country. Strong to gale force winds along the coast that will cause traffic problems. It will be partly to prevalently sunny on Wednesday with a slight drop in temperatures.